banished from Earth Classic Game Room broadcasts from the Intergalactic Space Arcade on its never-ending mission to review everything.
The notion of living under the restrictions of what they saw as an increasingly archaic system.
It's the new dance craze that's sweeping the universe. Dance the Robotica! Flail your robot arms wildly in the air and explode!
Will be an attempt to destroy Deathless itself.
White Fang! Nobunaga's forest was 800 meters long! It's the same guy from RoboList. I mean, it probably isn't, but it may as well be. Welcome to the Classic Game Room review of Robotica on the Sega Saturn, where I'm going to shoot things in dimly lit hallways as a giant robot. Get some! Come on! Come out from the darkness, you cowards!
Robotica is robotic for mature robot audiences only. Robotica.
It was referred to as the WSSS Central Control Fortress, Deathless.
This game needs a trade federation.
Deathless was established.
Robotica is a 1995 first-person shooter for the Sega Saturn, published by Acclaim in the US. An interesting game that's difficult to make a video game review about because it all kind of looks the same, but I would have absolutely loved this back in 1995 or 96. This would have been like my favorite game that year. It's always hard to revisit this generation of first-person style games on the game systems like the Saturn or PlayStation. From this era, they were much better on PC, playing games like Doom and Quake and Duke Nukem. But Robotica is not bad. If you look at it from the perspective of someone in 1996, I think it would have been really cool because these kinds of games were just starting to appear on game systems.
Gotta remember to keep an eye on your radar, it's like aliens. Don't actually look in front of you, just look down at the thing while you're being eaten by aliens. Got it! Someone turn on the lights in this place. Where are they? I found the key! Let's get out of here. Gotta hand it to this game, the music's actually not bad.
Stylistically, it's pretty cool. The game has a nice deep space, atmospheric feel, obviously inspired by Aliens. And the controls work pretty well considering you're using the Sega Saturn gamepad. Thankfully you're not looking up or down in this one, which simplifies things, but as you can see the game starts to grind when there's more than one enemy on the screen.
Stop hitting me! I keep this handy for close encounters. Cheat codes! Oh, stop hitting me!
You gotta be in the mood for this kind of game because you're doing the same thing over and over again. It drops you into a level, it's dark, you have to find the light switch, find the escape key, kill as many things as possible, and then actually escape. That's how you defeat the Trade Federation or whatever it is you're battling in this game. Despite the fact it looks really cool, Robotica is terribly repetitive. Every battle starts the same way. You open a door and are surrounded by enemies, fire wildly, destroy as many of them as possible, you'll take some damage, collect health, power up your weapons, and continue. All the levels look more or less the same, there's not much enemy diversity, and the gameplay isn't nearly as interesting or as much fun as a game like Doom or Wolfenstein. Robotica is okay, it's good for a 1995 Sega Saturn shooter, but beyond that, not a tremendously exciting game these days.
It's dark in here. Turn on the lights. Oh. I guess they don't have the clapper installed in the space station. If you remember the clapper, then surely you remember the Flowbee. Which was better? I'm gonna go with the Flowbee on that one. Anything that hooks up to a vacuum cleaner automatically wins.
Wandering through dark hallways in space, shooting things. It's fun to revisit this generation of first-person shooter every now and then, and I love any excuse to play the Saturn. So a huge classic game room shout-out and thank you going to Zach from New Jersey. Thank you, Zach, for sending Robotica to the show.
Help! I've been shot by a merciless evil robot and I can't get up.
In space, no one can hear you rock out to such awesome music. I like the song in this level. It's Robotica for your Sega Saturn.
Stop shooting me! Uh-oh. That wasn't good. No! The Lawnmower Man has won! Again! Well, it's time to go fishing on the Dreamcast.
Classic Game Room has been brought to you by How to Make a Video Game Review Show That Doesn't Suck, Ethel the Cyborg Ninja, and Jesus the Coked Up Chicken on Amazon.
Welcome to the Lord Carnage Club being shouted from within. A turbo volcano! Starting with Billy and Andy Schleiss. Derek Langley. Michael and Ariana Nelson. Steven Chucknick. Al Stever. Jason Gore. Sergio Matthias Hergert. Sean Zoltek. Rick DeBarros. Philip Strabenmuller. Jack Stavris. Ohad Kane. And Tiago Pereira dos Santos Silva from Porto, Portugal. Tiago Pereira dos Santos Silva from Porto, Portugal.